Most of us complain when dinner takes more than an hour to make. But what if I told you that some of the most extraordinary foods in the world take not hours, but days, months, or even years to prepare? Today we count down the top 10 foods that take the longest to prepare, and number 1 will make your kitchen patience look impressive by comparison. Stay with me. Welcome back to Late Sortie, where we launch into the world's most fascinating stories. Today we're exploring the incredible world of culinary patience, food so complex, so carefully crafted, and so worth the wait that time itself becomes one of the ingredients. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 10, the humble croissant. That buttery, flaky, perfectly layered pastry you pick up at a bakery in minutes actually takes a professional baker up to 3 full days to make properly. The secret is in the dough, a technique called lamination, where butter is folded into the dough repeatedly, layer upon layer, chilling between each fold. This painstaking process creates the hundreds of paper-thin layers that give a croissant its signature flakiness. Skip any step, rush the process, or let the butter get too warm, and the whole thing collapses. 3 days of patience for one perfect bite. Worth every second. Number 9, cured salmon. Also known as gravlax in Scandinavia, this silky, melt-in-your-mouth delicacy requires the salmon to be buried, literally, in a mixture of salt, sugar, and dill for a minimum of 48 hours. The curing process slowly draws moisture from the fish while infusing it with flavor, transforming a raw fillet into something extraordinary. The longer you leave it, the deeper and more complex the flavor becomes. No heat, no cooking, just time, salt, and patience doing all the work. A dish that proves sometimes the best things in life require nothing more than waiting. Number 8, cassoulet. This legendary French dish from the Languedoc region is the ultimate labor of love. A rich, slow-cooked casserole of white beans, duck confit, pork sausages, and various other meats, a proper cassoulet takes up to 3 days to prepare correctly. The beans must be soaked overnight. The duck must be slow-cooked in its own fat. Each layer of flavor must be built slowly and deliberately. Then the whole thing is baked for hours until a golden crust forms on top, which is then broken and stirred back in. The process is repeated multiple times. The result is a dish so deeply flavorful that French families have been passing down their cassoulet recipes, and their patience, for centuries. Number 7, Buddha's temptation. Also known as Fo Tiao Chiong, this extraordinary Chinese delicacy is considered one of the most complex dishes in all of Asian cuisine. It requires over 30 ingredients, including abalone, duck, scallops, sea cucumber, pigeon eggs, and various types of ham, many of which must be prepared separately the night before. The actual cooking process itself takes 2 full days. Ingredients are carefully grouped, layered into a clay pot with stock and wine, sealed with lotus leaves, and slow-cooked for hours. Legend says the aroma of this dish was so irresistible that even Buddhist monks, sworn to vegetarianism, would leap over walls to taste it. That is how it got its name. Number 6, fugu. The Japanese puffer fish is one of the most dangerous delicacies on earth, and also one of the most painstaking to prepare. The fish contains a deadly neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, concentrated in its liver and ovaries. If the fish is not prepared with absolute precision, if any of the toxic organs are even slightly punctured, the poison spreads through the entire fish and can kill the person who eats it. In Japan, preparing fugu is so dangerous that chefs must undergo a minimum of 3 years of specialized training and pass a rigorous government examination before they are legally allowed to serve it. It is quite possibly the only food on earth where the preparation could kill both the chef and the customer. Number 5, dry-aged steak. A great steak can be ready in minutes on a hot grill, but the world's finest steaks spend weeks, sometimes months, doing absolutely nothing at all. Dry aging involves placing premium cuts of beef in a carefully controlled environment, precise temperature, precise humidity, precise airflow, and simply leaving them. Over time, moisture evaporates, concentrating the flavor. Natural enzymes break down the muscle fibers, creating an extraordinary tenderness that no fresh cut can match. The finest restaurants in the world age their steaks for between 60 and 120 days. The result is a depth of flavor so intense and so complex that one bite tells you immediately, this was worth the wait. Number 4, aged Parmesan cheese. Real Parmigiano Reggiano, the genuine Italian Parmesan, cannot be rushed. By law, it must be aged for a minimum of 12 months. But the finest wheels are aged for 24, 30, or even 36 months. During this time, the cheese sits in carefully controlled cellars where it is turned and monitored regularly by expert cheesemakers. As it ages, moisture evaporates, flavors concentrate, and those distinctive crunchy little crystals form throughout, each one a tiny burst of deep, nutty, umami richness. A single wheel of aged Parmesan weighs around 40 kilograms and takes 3 years to reach perfection. It is one of the most patient and precise food traditions in the world. Number 3. Traditional balsamic vinegar. The balsamic vinegar you find in most supermarkets is produced quickly and cheaply. But the real thing, traditional balsamic vinegar from Modena or Reggio Emilia in Italy, is something else entirely. It begins with freshly pressed grape juice, which is slowly cooked down and then transferred into a series of wooden barrels, each made from a different type of wood, each imparting its own unique flavor. Every year, a portion is moved to a smaller barrel as it continues to concentrate and mature. The minimum aging time for authentic traditional balsamic is 12 years. The finest varieties are aged for 25 years or more. The result is a thick, syrupy, complex condiment so precious it is sold in tiny bottles and drizzled over food like liquid gold. Number 2. Miso. This humble Japanese fermented paste has been a cornerstone of Japanese cuisine for over 2,500 years. Made from soybeans, salt, and a fermentation starter called koji, miso is left to slowly ferment and mature in large wooden vats. Basic miso can be ready in a few weeks, but the finest, most complex varieties, known as dark or red miso, require up to 3 full years of patient fermentation. During that time, koji enzymes slowly break down proteins and starches, developing layer upon layer of deep, rich, umami flavor that simply cannot be replicated or rushed. In traditional Japan, a batch of miso was sometimes made at the birth of a child and consumed at their wedding. That is not just patience. That is love. And at number 1, ham and Iberico. Spanish Iberico ham, considered by many food experts to be the finest cured meat in the entire world, and the most patiently prepared food on earth. The process begins with a very specific breed of black Iberian pig, raised on a diet of acorns in the open pastures of southwestern Spain. After the pig is prepared, the ham is salted, dried, and then hung in carefully controlled drying rooms, where it will remain for anywhere between 2 and 4 years. During this time, the fat slowly melts through the meat, creating the extraordinary marbling and depth of flavor that makes Iberico ham unlike anything else on earth. A single leg can cost hundreds of dollars. But to those who have tasted it, there is no question. For years of patience never tasted so extraordinary. And that is our top 10 foods that take the longest to prepare. From 3-day croissants to 4-year Iberico ham, the world's greatest foods remind us that patience is not just a virtue, it is an ingredient. Which one surprised you the most? Have you ever tasted any of these extraordinary foods? Let us know in the comments below, we read every single one. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Late Sortie. We launch new top 10 videos every week. This has been Late Sortie. The mission continues. To God be the glory.